Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Today is day 26 of the 88-step program where we write down our thoughts, our notes, our goals, our day-to-day thought processes throughout the day to achieve our goals. And what is our goals? No matter what it is, we have to know ourselves to be able to do the steps that are required to achieve that goal, right? I mean, if we achieve our goals, are we now the goal? Are we the product of the goal? We want a new car, that's the goal. We went out and got a new car. Are we now the new car? Or are we doing everything about this stuff? Is this about learning and understanding ourselves? This time of, and it's probably been this way throughout all history, that we as human beings have always been living in a life of deception. Usually, or I want to be careful of how I use my words here, but to stay in power, you sometimes have to deceive the people that are under you to stay in power. If you taught them everything that you knew, maybe they could do it themselves and they wouldn't need you being in power anymore. Therefore, you would be equal. And some people would not want to be equal with everybody else. Some would rather be more than others. We're all equal, sure, but as long as I have more than you, you can see how we're not equal, huh? And that's the problem, is that we value our equalness by all these different type of deceptions, I guess, or facades. I'm so perfect because I don't do what you do. Well, what do you do that I don't do? Because right now I'm doing this and you don't do that. So what do you do? It's so different than everybody else. And a lot of that is that we're just trying to find the truth within the lies that we live in. I mean, and then our government and everything wants a piece of it. And it's just, okay, so there's a lot of sidetractions, right, that can happen. Now, when I say that there are distractions in the world keeping us from ourselves, they in power. Who are they? Who are they? Well, does it matter who they are if we don't know who we are? If I don't know who I am, then who cares who they are? Am I correct on that? If I know who they are, then I would be a part of them. Not that there is a them in us, you or them. Okay, just bear with me on this. But we still go and ask them for the truth. Where is the truth? Who am I? What can I believe in? And then we get disappointed with the man and the whole runaround, because we believe them instead of ourselves. Now, let's talk about some of the deceptions that are happening in the world as we speak right now in current events. We're going to go ahead and use this book right here to show how they hide the truth in current events as we speak. Now, we can go through many different books within the Bible to talk about and discuss and learn from. But right now, we are seeing a bunch of things that have been predicted, or let's say prophesied and foreseen, and are written down in the Bible. One of the ones that we can talk about right now is the meteors that are coming down out of the sky. We have enough technology out there and telescopes watching everything, and they tell us when things are coming by, but they don't tell us the ones that actually come and hit us, ever, do they? They'll tell us the ones that will come by close, but the ones actually, so I'm just saying there might not be all the information coming towards our way. But the Bible said that this would be happening. Why do they have so much of that going on? We have people starving on the earth. We don't have enough money to have water and food for everybody around the world. But we've got enough money to send up rockets, to send up satellites that cost way more money than trying to feed and water for the people on the earth, so that everybody can have free internet in real time. This is more important than food and water. So we're not always getting all the truth and information. Are they really doing it just so that the people that have no food and no water in third world countries can have faster internet? Is that what they're doing that for? Maybe it is. But if I was Elon Musk, I would spend that money maybe differently than he is. But then again, who is Elon Musk? Just spell his name backwards. Anyways, let's get back into ourselves and what am I talking about? We see these meteorites and these asteroids coming down, but they're telling us all kinds of stories to each and every single one of them. With the storms and all the other different types of things. The earthquakes, the floods. Look at the floods right now. They were saying that they're just 50 or 100 year storms, but they're going through the middles of streets and cities. Cities don't put their streets in floodplains. So when these floods are happening in the cities, in old European cities, it's not normal. But they've got an excuse for each and every single one of them. How's another thing that how like they say or keep the truth from us in plain sight, or they've always got a story or an example? Well, and I'm not trying to confuse you even more. What I'm saying is that all the information is out there, but then there's going to be someone else that's going to interpret it for you to keep you from maybe the real truth. So if we go out and look at the pyramids and these huge megaliths all around the world, and there's these huge, gigantic boulders that fit just so amazingly perfect. And they've always got a story. It just depends on what country what country you're in to explain the story of how these huge, gigantic boulders that sometimes look like they've even been melted or made. And they say, oh, we don't know how it's been made because we can't do it ourselves now. Well, they do know how it's been made. And if we go back to, like I say, this book right here, right in Genesis, in chapter 6, it says there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that. It continues on, but what I'm trying to say is that it's not new information that's here. It's information that's been hidden. So if we go to the internet and try to get information and the truth, it might not always be there. Just a bit of it, but not the real truth. I hope you can see that the truth is in our face, and this will help you want to study the Bible more instead of listening to man like myself. All glory to Jesus. I pray for everybody that goes through these days ahead. God bless America.